All right, hello internet world. It's hard for me to smile. Usually I'm a jovial person. Let me try to keep this under 10 minutes because I understand our world's lack of attention, but this needs attention. So will be mostly to free my mother in terms of allowing her to decide where she wants to go, but the state will not. The county will not. This horribly officious county of Pinellas, I refer to it as Pinellas County, not Pinellas. It's the small penis of the big penis of Florida because they're a bunch of dicks. It is a highly fascist county. If you look at the county, you'll see the deputies are the biggest gang there. A bunch of green-dressed paramilitary group. This may go over 10 minutes, but I'm trying to keep this under. So again, my name is Clifford Tom. You can tell by my YouTube video. My mother is the one Baker acted in the image, Kerry Kienlen Tom. Unfortunately, I'm the only son of Kerry as I write a memoir of her mental journey. So in essence, she had inherited from my grandparents, her parents, some money. My mother has always suffered from mental illness, especially post-menstruation or post-menopause, excuse me. So that will be detailed in my book. Please read it along with my first book about my beloved grandparents, Zen Grandparents, a chronicle. And then my upcoming book is A Disquieting Mind, a mother's journey into mental madness. So this is what has transpired. Once you're in, on a personal level, once you're in their system, especially in Florida, but in Pinellas, County, the ill-educated officers, which everyone needs a job, but I don't think the large majority have college degrees at all, right? And then they're aggressively trained because our American privatized, our jailing system is privatized. It's a money-making scheme, just like the Baker Act, of which has happened to my mom. So every time they report and someone's been arrested, that's the first thing these coppers ask. And again, I know that's a difficult job, but what begets what, right? What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Is it their aggression, right? That prompts equal aggression? No. Like other countries, I feel more free in Greetings from China, wherein I've been a professor now coming up on 12 years. I feel more free in communist China than I do in Florida and in Pinellas County, most definitely, right? For many reasons, that's a separate video and another book maybe. So that being said, I was in their system, right, by a false arrest. 4 times falsely arrested, by the way. Right, 4. Because they arrest you and then you're wrongfully jailed, wrongfully imprisoned, and then, right, the intelligent, you'd like to think, the intelligent young state's attorney, before they realize they can make more money being private, defending the criminals, right, they'll get scared and thrusted into the system than they can as a state's attorney. Reviews the matters and then reviews the matter or matters and then dismisses it. So that being said, so this was in 2019 that my mother attacked me. I came down, always come down, I miss you, blah, 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 to where she was an aggressive Alzheimer's demented individual. Now, this is confirmed by the Baker Act, and her being Baker Acted now, I think, coming up on 2 years. And this was during the height of COVID. So again, this is my caveat to everybody. This needs to be made aware. Hopefully we have a lawyer, this Mark Astor. Maybe I'll tag him in this too if I can. He needs to stop being a part of the system and making money off extortion, right, of terrorism. And we need to sue the state in a class action. So Mark Astor, if you're listening to this, I think I'm going to include this bit in yours as well, right? You need to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem, Mr. Astor. So that being said, My mother had attacked me, and again, I was wrongfully, and I even videoed it. That's another tale, right? Wrongful felony. My mother then paid $20,000 to a lawyer who had defended me previously to try to deem me incompetent, right? This is because of whatever reason, wanted me to be Baker acted. My mother, right, this is detailed in my book, that she is paranoid schizophrenic, family-hating paranoid schizophrenic, for whatever reasons, right? Obviously misdiagnosed, undiagnosed by her many attending physicians. That's another matter later on. So after that, I'm abroad, right? My wife and my son, her grandson, who she has not met, was in Asia. Lockdown everywhere. If anyone remembers, has any memory, right? We were all under lockdown and we could not see each other, right? Especially I just could not subjugate myself to another false arrest with my mother. I begged and pleaded everybody previously, the state, everyone, the county, everyone, to assist in placing my mom into a home, right? Ignored, avoided until they make money off of it. The Baker Act, and I think this Marchman Act, is simply a money-making scheme, a redistribution of wealth to the government. It's a whole entity, right? For anyone that is suffering through it, from the judge who gets paid by the state, right? And maybe underhandedly by these guardians. And if you've ever seen the movie I Care a Lot, I highly recommend it. I'll tag this as well. How life imitates art and art imitates life. Boy, who's the villain in that movie, right? Ask yourself this. So I finally was able to come down, right? Because I never laid eyes on this trust. I knew we were entrusted, but I never laid eyes on this revision of my mom's, right? They refused to give it to me, even though I know I'm the sole beneficiary. I mean, who else would be? I'm the only child, right? So I had to literally come to a home that was vacated, torn apart, which was not my mother's last wish, nor if you review any of our historic documents, trust documents, we always leave the house to the family member. The broken, violated, right? As well as the fact, then I learned, and this goes out to all the investigators, right, federal and state who are still investigating, use this, right, as my testimony, that I find out that this guardian, this David Hilaire, I think saint in the middle, and definitely nothing saintly about him, so I wonder how he got it. Him and his wife, corrupt, live in Bel Air, is one of the most richest parts of the county. Go figure. So they've both been sued numerously, right? And to settle out of court doesn't excuse criminality. They're criminals, period, right? So he parades mom, Kerry Kienlen, to him around the banks to then transfer to his slush fund, not to our trust fund. So everything is in contention. Obviously, it'll be audited, no matter whatever amounts in it, right? It's just a grafting scheme by Florida and I believe California, right? Ironically, two states that our seniors with money and wealth retire in, or two. So only about a minute and a half left. I try to time it to where sweet and to the point, but hopefully everyone gets this. You need to be diligent. You need to investigate these guardians. This whole system needs to be revised. Unfortunately, what starts as a great American ideal, these acts, I don't know, I think it was Baker, her last name, in Florida, a state representative, right, to help the mentally ill, then ruins and destroys families, and bottom feeders from the lawyers who specialize in this, to the guardians make money grafting off this scheme. So again, my caveat, my warning to all of you, right? We need to, more people have not yet been affected, but this is what I envision, that eventually there'll be a class action. Like from tobacco to military injuries to what have you. Eventually more of we Florida families that have been destroyed by this Baker Act and Marchman Act will then, a lawyer then will come in, solicit us, and we'll wind up suing the state. Hence America with a K, right? So just be diligent, right? Keep it up. God bless you. May your gods bless you, right? Thank you. And free Kerry, Kienlen, Tome.